On the great cattle drives of the American West, from Texas to Kansas, from Wyoming to Montana, a small cooking operation on wheels followed the herd for months at a stretch. It was called the chuck wagon, and the man who ran it, the cook, was among the most important members of any drive. 30 hungry cowboys ate 3 meals a day, in every weather, on any terrain, and every one of those meals came out of a single wagon staffed by one man. He cooked over an open fire. He baked bread in a Dutch oven buried in coals. He brewed coffee strong enough to stand a spoon in. Here is what the cowboy movies rarely show. The chuck wagon cook was not just a man with a skillet. He was a logistics specialist, a menu planner, a food preservation expert, and a camp doctor all at once. Number 11 on this list is the skill that separated the good cook from the great one. Number 3 was the judgment that kept the whole crew moving. Before we start, hit subscribe, because this is American culinary history that deserves to be remembered. Let us count them down. Number 25. The wagon itself, purpose-built. The chuck wagon was a specialized vehicle with a chuck box on the back, a hinged lid that dropped down to become a work surface, and shelves inside for the cook's supplies. The whole rig was designed for the specific job of feeding cowboys on the move. Number 24. The Dutch oven as the workhorse. The single most important tool in the chuck wagon was the cast iron Dutch oven, and the cook used it for baking, roasting, stewing, and frying. He knew how to bank coals above and below the lid to bake bread perfectly. Number 23. Managing the open fire. The cook built his fire to give him different heat zones at once, a hot spot for boiling coffee, a bed of coals for the Dutch oven, and a warm spot for keeping things ready. He read the fire the way a chef reads a stove. Number 22. Sourdough that never died. The cook kept a sourdough starter alive across the entire drive, nestled in a warm spot at night to protect it from freezing. That starter leavened biscuits every morning for 30 men, and losing it was a real disaster. Number 21. Baking bread in a buried Dutch oven. The cook shaped his biscuit dough, placed it in the Dutch oven, buried the whole pot in hot coals with more coals piled on the lid. 20 minutes later, he lifted out perfect biscuits. Number 20. Coffee strong enough to stand a spoon in. The cowboys wanted their coffee strong, and the cook brewed it that way. A handful of coarse ground beans, a pot of water, brought to a boil and let simmer until the ground settled. The coffee was the fuel that started every day on the drive. Number 19. Beans as the constant staple. Dry beans, soaked overnight and cooked all day in the Dutch oven with a piece of salt pork and an onion, were the constant food of the drive. Beans in some form appeared at almost every meal. Number 18. Bacon and its many uses. Cured bacon or salt pork was the standard fat and meat, and the cook fried it, rendered it, and used the drippings to flavor beans, biscuits, and gravy. A slab of bacon fed the crew for many days. Number 17. Fresh beef when the herd could spare it. On drives where a straggler could be sacrificed, the cook butchered fresh beef and cooked it into steak, stew, and roasts. Fresh meat was a real treat on the trail. Number 16. Dried fruit for variety. Dried apples, peaches, and raisins were carried on the wagon and stewed into simple desserts and cobblers. These provided vitamins and variety in a diet that could otherwise get monotonous fast. Number 15. The son of a bitch stew. A famous dish of the trail was made from the parts of a freshly butchered beef that could not be preserved for later, the heart, tongue, sweetbreads, and other organs. The cook chopped everything and simmered it into a stew that used up the perishable parts. Number 14. The cook's authority in camp. The cook wore an apron and ran the wagon with absolute authority. No cowboy touched the cook's supplies without permission. No one made offhand comments about the food. The cook's word inside the wagon area was final. Number 13. Water discipline in dry country. The wagon carried barrels of water, and the cook rationed it carefully across dry stretches. He planned his supply to reach the next good source without running dry. Number 12. The cook is a doctor. When a cowboy was hurt or sick, the cook often provided the initial care, cleaning wounds with whiskey, wrapping sprains, treating burns, and dosing colds with whatever remedies were on hand. His practical medical knowledge kept many drives moving. Number 11. Reading the weather to plan the meals. The cook watched the sky and adjusted his cooking to what was coming. A storm meant getting the biscuits done fast. A cold snap meant hot stews. Hot weather meant lighter meals and more coffee. Number 10. The morning start before dawn. The cook rose long before the crew, kindled his fire, put on the coffee, mixed the biscuit dough, and had breakfast ready by first light. His day started at 4 in the morning and ended long after the last cowboy had gone to sleep. Number 9. Packing the wagon for the day's move. Each morning after breakfast, the cook packed the wagon, secured everything for rough travel, and drove it ahead of the herd. A well-packed wagon rolled without trouble. Number 8. Arriving before the herd. The cook drove his wagon well ahead of the herd so he could set up camp, gather firewood, and have dinner ready when the men arrived. A good cook always had a hot meal waiting. Number 7. Managing the food supply across weeks. The wagon carried enough flour, coffee, beans, and salt pork to last many weeks between resupply. Running out of coffee was a disaster. His inventory management was as important as his cooking. Number 6. The cook fire and its place in camp. The cook fire was the social center of the camp, and the men gathered around it for meals, conversation, and warmth. It was the closest thing the drive had to a household hearth. Number 5. Feeding the tired man with dignity. When a cowboy came in exhausted, dusty, and hungry, the cook fed him with real care. A hot meal, a strong cup of coffee, a piece of dried fruit for dessert. The cook understood his role in keeping the crew's morale up. Number 4. The story and the entertainment. In the evening around the fire, the cook often was the source of stories, jokes, and news. He had traveled widely and carried a stock of tales that entertained the men through the long evenings. He was the drive's entertainment as well as its cook. Number 3. The judgment of when to push and when to rest. Above all, the cook knew when to push a hard meal through in bad weather and when to give the crew a longer break with real food. That judgment about the men's morale and stamina made the difference between a happy crew and a mutinous one. Number 2. The independence of the wagon. The chuck wagon was an independent unit that traveled with the drive but ran on its own logic. The cook was his own boss inside the wagon, and the good cook maintained that independence while serving the drive's needs. Number 1. Feeding 30 men well from a rolling kitchen. Above everything else, the chuck wagon cook fed 30 hungry, hard-working men 3 good meals a day for weeks or months, out of a single wagon, over open fires, in every weather. That achievement deserves respect from anyone who has ever tried to cook for a crowd. The forgetting came when the trail drives ended and the railroads carried the cattle instead. The chuck wagons were retired, the cooks scattered, and the specific working knowledge of feeding cowboys on the move faded within a generation. Here is your challenge. Try cooking one meal over an open fire in a Dutch oven. Bake biscuits in coals. Brew coffee the old way. Tell me in the comments if your family had a trail cook somewhere in the tree, because somebody may have known every trick on this list. That knowledge did not die. It just went quiet. It is time to start listening again.